Good morning. Happy 4th of July.
Well, happy 4th of July to all of you. It was nice to sit here and to listen the national anthem sang so beautifully on such a special day, Independence Day. While it's certainly commemorative of our nation, the thing we need to realize that independence can come to all of us too. Debt is definitely slavery, and I learned that in the 1970s, and so I made a goal to become debt-free, and in 1974, I became debt-free. I owed nothing. I had a new home, about 30 acres of land, and new cars and trucks and furnishings, and everything I had was completely paid for. And since that time, I have not borrowed. If you can imagine how much money I've saved on interest, what I do is I put my money in the bank, and then when it comes time to buy something, I have the money there. And even when I went to build this new building and my office building for my previous company, which is really a magnificent office, and we were preparing to build it, and the bank came to me and they said, well, we'd like to loan you money on this. You've been good with us. You got great credit. I had no credit, actually, because I had never borrowed. But we had put a lot of money through the bank, and they said, we'd like to loan you money to build your building. And I said, well, let me understand this. I have a lot more money in the bank than what it takes to build this building. So you want to turn around and loan, I've got my money in there, you're using it, you want to loan it back to me at a higher interest, which I pay back to you. Is that what you're saying? And they were aghast. They didn't know quite what to say. Well, yeah, kind of. I said, I think I'll just write the check for it and save all that interest that I'm going to pay to you, and which is what I did. Now, wouldn't it be nice to be in that position yourself? And you can do it. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. And so maybe you don't want to, and that's fine. Maybe you want to live with what you're making, or in many cases, people don't. They even exceed that. One thing I've noticed in network marketing all of the time is many of the biggest leaders are always in the worst financial shape. And I think it's because they'd never made any money to sort before they became successful in this, at least a lot of them that I knew of. And when they made it, they just thought it was a never-ending river, and they went out and overextended themselves. And then soon their commitments were so bad that they were just desperate and asking me. I mean, they might be making $50,000 or $100,000 a month. They'd be asking me for a loan. They'd be asking me to advance on their commissions. The days that commissions ran, when you send checks, they would phone in. We must have the check Federal Express today to us, or we will have serious crises in our lives. Well, that's not good planning. The thing that is just like anything else, you need to plan your work and work your plan. Well, let's plan for our future. Why don't we try and get independent? And maybe there's some things that you can't. Maybe some things are too much. But you can incrementally do things to get ahead. But you've got to have a plan, and you've got to have a method to do it. If you're going to work your job, you're probably not ever going to get there if that's what you're counting on. Because, as the saying goes, companies will pay you enough to keep you from quitting, and you'll work about hard enough to keep from being fired. Well, isn't that the scenario with many people? But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, about 70-80% of the population is not entrepreneurial, and they'll be in that situation for all of their lives. And when they're gone, everything goes with them. There's nothing left to pass on. It's gone in medical bills, and it's gone to lawyers, and it's gone to the government with their taxes. Now, I just took a look at the other day at gift taxes, and I have to watch that because I gift away quite a bit of money. Gift taxes are 55%. Can you imagine that? The government wants the money that you've already earned and paid taxes on, and then if you gift it to someone, then they're going to turn around and charge you 55% tax on top of that. Now, maybe many of you don't do that and didn't even realize it, but that's the kind of situation that we're living in. So if we want to have an extraordinary life, we have to do some extraordinary things. And that's where SISEL is so good for help giving you a track to run on so that you can achieve that. That's also, what Dan's saying, one of the driving factors of why I'm in this business. Now, it's certainly your lives, and you can live it and do with it as you want, But for me, I choose not to be common, and that's a quote from Daniel. And I thought that was really a great scripture when I read that. He says, I choose not to be common. I don't like to, and of course I feel the same way. I don't want to fit in. I want to stand out. But in order to do that, you've got to step up and you've got to do some things, and then you can stand out and you can have an extraordinary life if you will do with your life what needs to be done to make it better for you and for other people. And of course, if you're doing it just for you, I think you're on the wrong track. But most of us want to do it. So, yeah, we have a nice life in the process, but we want to do it so that we can share it and enjoy it with others. So how do we accomplish that? Well, we accomplish it by getting lucky. Yeah, sort of. You're lucky, I think, if you're in SISEL, but luck is spelled W-O-R-K. You've got to go to work. And so if you go to work, you can work hard, or you can work smart, or you can work hard and smart. And I think we have that kind of situation now. That no company in all of the world of network marketing, and very few anywhere else, could equal. How would you like to have been in at the very beginning of where Bill Gates started Microsoft, or where Facebook started, or some of those companies, Google, that have become so extraordinary and big? They used to talk about IBM, same thing, you know. I mean, I think it started out as a little, like a radio repair shop in a garage with that time. Look at Apple. What happened with Steve Jobs. He was working in his basement on this thing. So big things start small, but people that have vision and will sacrifice and put the work in them sometimes can do extraordinary things. Now, most don't succeed, or if they do succeed, they have different levels of success. This is where SISEL can be so great for you on this Independence Day. If you decide, well, today it's going to be Independence Day. I'm going to get independent of all of this debt, or a lot of this debt, or I'm going to pay my house off. You don't necessarily have to pay your car off. You just have to work really hard, and SISEL will give you one. You see, so I mean, there's one notch down, just a little bit of work, and you can have a nice car, compliments of SISEL. Now, if you work harder, you can start soon. Your income can start coming up, and if you're doing a regular job, you can see it growing where your regular job is just going along the same way. You can watch the glass filling up with your other job, and pretty soon the level will exceed that on your SISEL income from, in many cases, of what you can be making on your regular job. I've seen that happen thousands of times with people over the world. In the previous company I have, and now it's happening, of course, and has happened in SISEL. But we're on an extraordinary journey right now, and we are literally the perfect storm of network marketing. We have a compensation plan that there is nothing equal to it anywhere in the world, and there never has been, folks, never ever has been a plan that pays out the way that this one does and the percentages that it does. We have a big front end and a big back end, and companies can't afford that because they have loans, interest, they buy products that are made for them by someone else. The owners in the companies, as soon as they start making money, they buy the boats and the jets and airplanes and new homes and start living lavishly long before the companies would allow them to do it in many cases, and they suck the company dry of the resources. Well, here I sit, and I've made a very successful life, and I don't need any more. I'm very independent and self-sufficient, and when I sold my previous company, they said, you can retire and do whatever you want to do now. Like I wasn't, and I said, I am doing what I want to do. I'm not going to retire, so I'm not giving a non-compete, and I didn't. It cost me a lot of money. We lost $300 million on the sale by not giving a non-compete, but there was still an enormous amount of money. How much is enough? It was more than enough for me, and I said, it won't change my lifestyle, but if I stop doing this, it will. So I continued on because I truly believe in the American dream. I may not believe in the things that the government is doing so much anymore. It used to be the land of the free. Now it's a land of laws, and many of those laws are not of the people, by the people, for the people anymore. It's for the government. But still, if we have all of this going and things that are not in our best interests, then we should be doing things that are in our best interest to achieve that. But it's hard to find that, and you're not going to get it in the job that you're working. But you can get it here in SISEL. And you have tremendous deduction from these taxes by running the business. And you can have income that can be surprising to you, what you can achieve with a reasonable amount of work. But the big thing is consistency. The fortune is in the follow-up in this business. Now, we put it together like no other company in the world. So while I'm on the call here today, I want to tell you a couple of things that is happening. Now we've come on, you would think with a company that's 5 years old, when you get 5 years, you've reached kind of a magic milestone in MLM, because most of them don't survive 4 years. You lose about 900 or 999 out of it. I think it's 996 out of 1,000 companies that start up don't make it 4 years. Well, 5 years, of course, we made it. But I had no fear of that. I knew we couldn't fail because we started out massive at the beginning and debt-free and with the largest manufacturing plant in the world of any network marketing company. And I had 20-some years experience in this, and so did Tom Jr. And much of my staff has been with me for close to that long. So here we had a perfect storm to do it. But what we needed to do was get it global seamless, develop our product line, instead of being a one-shot wonder like these companies that you've seen come along here with things like Noni Juice and Mango Steen, and then you've seen the weight loss products out there. And look how they have collapsed and flattened, and their leaders are going every which way. And now one of the skincare companies that got big on one product is now really starting to flounder. And here the Ganoderma Coffee companies that I call them Gano because you can hardly get it down. And the people have been jumping in it to make money, and pretty soon they'll find out, hey, we're not making money. It sounded so good, but the coffee tastes so bad, I can't keep people on it unless they're making money, and most people aren't making money because the plan is designed for the leadership and for the company. And so you see these big ones come and go and come and go. Here we've built a company that, you know how you can qualify in this company? All you have to do is just use the products that you're using right now and replace them with the extraordinarily powerful, exceptional products that SISEL makes. Qualification is nothing in this business. You don't need to look at it. What do I have to do to qualify? What you have to do is what you're always doing. You don't have just do what you're doing. Just use do you know anybody that's got teeth, hair, skin? Do you know, we've got products for it. If they don't have hair, we got products for that too, all the way through. Do you want to live longer? Do you want to have more energy? Do you want to lose a lot of weight? And people are interested. The average woman goes through 40 diets in her lifetime or diet plans and ends up overweight. We've got answers to all of those things. So by doing what you're always doing, you can simply qualify because it's an automatic. It's a slam dunk. It's a no-brainer. That's the kind of thing we have going here with SISEL. So now after these 5 years, we take a look at this thing and we're ready to launch America. We started that a little over a year ago. And we said, okay, let's start to grow. We're ready for it. We've got the global compensation plan out there. We've got the logistics. We've got warehouses all over the world. We got our manufacturing. Everything's in tune. Time to let her rip. And so we started. We put our toe was in the water and we put our foot in. And now I tell you what, we're getting up to our waist. And we have distributors coming from big companies that are number one in this company, number two in this company, in the top 10 in this company, number two in this other one, and joining biggest one in this one. We just got the biggest one in Europe from the biggest coffee company, I believe, in Europe. Just joined us, bringing their whole organization over. Why? Because they have the sense to foresee the future, because they look at what's happened in the past and they realize that it wasn't built on a firm foundation and it's coming down. And so they want to jump to where there is a firm foundation so that it can continue to go up. And that's the way that SISEL's designed. So here we have all of this going. So what have we done? Started July 1st. On July 1st, you get paid on your fast start bonus every day. You sell it today, you get paid tomorrow. Now, weekends and holidays, of course, are exceptions to that. Of course, they have to be calculated and things ran. But sell it on Monday, get paid on Tuesday. Sell it on Thursday, get paid on Friday. I mean, that's pretty hot, isn't it? Nobody's ever done that before. Companies say, well, that's pretty stupid. You don't get to use the money for that type of thing. Well, you know what? We don't care if we use the money for that type of thing. What we want to do is take that money which you've earned and pay it back to you fast. So now you can get paid every single day. So, and look at this. To become a master distributor takes about $5,000 worth of cumulative volume. Or if you want to come in and buy 1,000 at one time, you get that master distributor rank, and you get paid out, and you got 4 months to achieve the kind of things that that rank will pay you with it. And so you got a 4-month leg up on this type, and the person that sold the product to the master distributor, a lot of reasons why start at the bottom. Do you want to start at the bottom? You want to start at the top? Well, $1,000 start at the top. You get it all in products. This isn't a front-end load. But the person that sold it, guess what? They get 30% commission, $300. Sell $1,000 today, get $300 tomorrow. So better sell another $1,000 that day and get $300 the next day. Boom, 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 boom. Look what happens to your bank account. And then get people doing the same kind of thing. And pretty soon, guess what you got? Just what we got. Big momentum going. Joy Boswell said it best. We're in big mo now, and we are moving. And so here's this fantastic opportunity come along. And so just when you think it couldn't get any better, here we come with these rank advancement bonuses. Now, when you hit 1 through 5-star ranks, we're going to start plunking big amounts of cash. Start with 500. Next level, 5,000. Next one, 15,000. And then it goes on up, and you can get up to 25, 50, 100,000, and even more than that when you hit these big ranks. Why are we doing it? Because we're sharing the wealth. We've got nowhere else to put it. We're running the company right. We're doing it, so it looks like we've got enough money to do it. So let's just pour out some more money to the distributors. So here we look at a payout that could pay up to 60%, where in reality most companies are paying out somewhere between 25 to 30%, and they are strapped to do it. We're doing it, and we're looking for more ways to pay, more things to give away, more things to do, because we're sharing the wealth with you. We have no debt, we have no partners, we have no shareholders, we have no dividends to pay, no rent. We make our own products, the most extraordinary products the world has never, ever seen before. And here's the last two. Now, within this month, you are going to see the ThermoNuclear Fat-Bomb of all time come out. And what we've done, just like with the weight loss coffee, it has got these 5 big major systems that are in it, plus 7 thermogenic systems. I mean, it is a powerful, powerful product. And we've got lots of people losing weight on our weight loss coffee. And now we're going to be bringing out all of those ingredients in a supplement. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty big bottle, but you can take all of those 5 major systems that are out there with Garcinia cambogia, green coffee bean, green tea, the raspberry ketones, and the Mediterranean diet. Those are the 5, and the extracts from it. See, these are highly concentrated extracts. And if you look at the bottles of each one of them, you can go in the health food store, and guess what? Most of them are not using the maximum amount to create the effects that the clinical studies show it does, but not with us. We're using the maximum amount. We put it all in, and then we blast it with all these new thermogenic fat-burning ingredients on top of it, and it's going to be here. It's going to be here this month, folks. I mean, this is a thermonuclear fat-bomb, and I'll tell you what, we got the name for it. It's called ThermoLean 500. So write that down. It's going to be out this month. And if you took all of these products and you lined them up, you'd have 5 or 6 bottles that you'd have to buy to get what's equal to this one, and then they would probably be inadequate in concentration of products, and you'd pay $250, maybe $300 for that. And here you're going to get them all in one for $50. I mean, how do you like that? Well, it's so hot, no one can even begin to tell you. We'll set the world on its ear for weight loss with this thing. It's a thermonuclear fat burner like nothing else that has ever been created on Earth, and here it is. And just when you think that's too good to be true, and find out the saying, if it's too good to be true, it must be SISEL, we're going to turn around and we are going to bring out the equivalent in skincare. and we're going to take skincare and we're going to put a product out with it, and it is going. And you know what? We've already got the name for that too. It's going to be called Transfusium, and Transfusium will start with skin from the very bottom to the clear to the top and go back down again. And what we're going to do is we're going to support that skin like it never has before with state-of-the-art ingredients the world has never seen. Do you know what a wrinkle is? Well, we know what it is. We know what it looks like, and we know how it's made. And guess what? How would you like to break that bond that causes it to fold in? And so it just springs back up, not quite that quick, but we're going to say, take a look at it for 30 days. And if you're over 40 and you don't think you look 8 years younger, hey, give us a call. Send it back in. We'll give you your money back. I mean, talk about sublime confidence. We're not just confident. We know this thing is going to work. We know what's in it. And then that's just not wrinkles. If you're over 50, your cells are about 80% old and about 20% young. How would you like 80% young and about 20% old? How would you like to flip that on its head? That's what we're going to do with this kind of thing. Discoloration, age spots, all of that. You want to have those just seem to disappear? That's what you have to say. Do you want to make wrinkles look like they vanish? Well, guess what? Shazam, here we are. David Copperfield's got nothing on us. His is magic and illusion. Ours is science and reality, and that's what we're going to be bringing out. So here you sit on Independence Day. You want to be independent? Get your rear in gear. We got everything to do it with. Compensation plan, products to die for. The opportunity's here. It's time to get going and build your future. Get independent. Go debt-free. Why not? It's fun. I've loved it. I've been debt-free now for 40 years. So how's that? 40 years of debt-free. You want to be debt-free for the rest of your life? You can do it in a couple of years if you really get with it and you want to do it. Takes you 5 years? Okay. Then it's still the rest of your life. So time to get going. Have a great Independence Day, and let's get working together to build this kind of future that you deserve, that you can only get, I believe, through SISEL.